What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you stopping by, spending a few minutes of your time here with me today. It is currently Monday morning. The session just finished. Um, and, I know I've told you guys I'm not trading Monday and Tuesday, but today just kind of worked out. I was up early. I needed to take the kids to school. I got home. I just went to the charts to peek, and my setup was there. So I took the trade, okay? And I want to go over it with you because there is some valuable learning experience to be found here, okay? So keep this in mind that any day that I'm trading, I am looking for the exact same setup, okay? I'm always looking for a pump, coil, dump type of trade, okay? A pump and dump, aligning with our timings, levels, and behavior of price, okay? No matter what day it is, no matter what session I'm in, I'm always looking for the same type of pattern, okay? Now, here we're looking at the US dollar, Swiss franc, and you can see this market had traded lower in the beginning of the day, then started to pump up going into the New York session, right? Now, we didn't break the high of the previous day, but we did break this lower level high, trading back into the high of the previous day before coiling sideways and dumping down. Here we can take a closer look at it, and you can see the clear micro pattern here: pump, coil, dump. All right, we're at the levels, we're at the high of the current day, okay? Coiling here at the high before dumping down. You didn't have to get in anywhere here. You could have waited until this little sideways motion here and got in when we break this level, and you still would have got a very nice trade, right? Now here we're looking at the FTSE, or the UK 100. Same sort of deal. This market has dumped down and started to pump up going into the New York session, all right? We take out this high from Friday. We're trading back into the high of the previous Friday, right? We're not going up here and breaking the level, but we are trading back into it before coiling sideways and dumping down, okay? And I know these are 1 minute charts, but you could secure an aggressive entry at the break of that middle structure of the M at the high of the day, right? On a 5 minute chart, you'd probably be getting in somewhere around here below the EMA, right? Either way, this is a beautiful trade. Now, pay attention to this, okay? This is 930, and you can see that big bullish candle, right? Pumping up into those levels. Pay attention to that, right? Now, here we're looking at the DJ30, and you can see we have come up, okay, pumped up into the New York Open through this lower level high from Friday and almost to the pip, hitting the high of Friday, all right, before coiling sideways and dumping down. Now, this is the exact thing that I am looking for every day, every session, okay? It doesn't matter. This is what I'm looking for. This yellow line on my charts represents the previous day's closing price, so that is Friday's closing price. And again, here, right at 930, we have these big bullish candles, right? Now, tell me in the comments, how many of you bit on these bullish candles, right? How many of you got in the market and started buying this thing up because you think we're breaking out to the upside, we're going to go ahead and break the high of Friday, right? But as you can see, that's just the bait. That's you being manipulated if you got in there and went long, okay? You don't know what setup you're hunting, okay? You don't have a dump, coil, pump, okay? You're just getting in there. You're getting distracted by big candles. You're chasing a big candle, right? We do not want to do that. That's why me knowing that I'm short biased, knowing the pattern I'm looking for, a pump, coil, dump, all right? What time I'm looking for that, all of that is going to help me, okay? The levels, we're at closing price, we're at the high of Friday, all of this, right? So if I just wait and be patient just to see if my pattern is going to come up, right? I'm saving myself a lot of trouble. If I know that I'm looking for a short trade, I can cancel out all thoughts of a long trade. And that is really going to help you in the long run, okay? So we get those big explosive candles through closing price, back into the high of Friday, coil sideways, dump. You can get in anywhere, once we break these lows right here, once we close below that EMA, you're getting in there and just riding it out. All right. If you were getting in on a 5-minute chart, I believe you'd be getting in somewhere around here, right when we break those 930 lows, right? Anyway, man, I appreciate y'all. I hope this video makes sense. Keep it simple this week. Know your pattern. Okay. Get specific. Cherry pick your trades. Only take the setups you understand. There's only 2 setups, right? Buy low or sell high. Pump, coil, dump, dump, coil, pump. Look at this chart. Very narrow range, explode to the upside, coil, and dump. That's exactly what I'm looking for every day, no matter the session, no matter what day of the week, what day of the month. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, until next time, I hope you continue to free your mind.